Hi there, guys. My name is Brandon Oliger. I'm the Director of Worship at the Encounter. If you're watching this video, that means that you have signed up in some way to volunteer at the Encounter. So thank you so much for volunteering. We are really excited in the way God is going to use you on the team. And so want to show you a few things about getting started using our online scheduling system, which is called Planning Center Services. So if you have talked to a leader, one of the leaders at the church, maybe they've had you fill out an application or something like that, they probably asked for your email at some point. So you should have an email from them that looks something like this. Now, I've created a fake person here named Tess McTesterson. He's going to be kind of our guinea pig as we go through, so we'll see everything from the same point of view you would if you're just starting out with this. So you'll get an email like this. It'll give you your username, which is the email address you used to sign up, and it will tell you to click here to set your password. So go ahead and click that button, and we'll type in our email again. And then it says password link sent. Please check your email. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to check my email. Boom, I got a password reset request. So you requested to reset your planningcenteronline.com password for your epencounter@gmail.com account. To set a new password, please click here. This is what you'll do. And then you will put in a password. Make sure that it is something you will remember. If you need to write it down in a secure place, go ahead and do that. And we are on our dashboard. So this is your dashboard. So whenever you log into Planning Center, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see my schedule here. If you are a person that's responsible for scheduling other people, there will also be some more stuff down here. But if not, this is all you'll see. You'll see my schedule, and you'll see pending requests or the services that are in order. So it looks like Test has been scheduled to serve and play keys in the band on August 27th. So pretty cool. So he has the opportunity now to accept that event or decline it. We always ask that when you get the email, you try to respond within 24 hours. If you read the email, the notification that you get, it looks just like this. You can place on the schedule for the following dates. To respond or simply view the schedule, click the appropriate button below. Please respond within 24 hours. So actually, he doesn't even need to go here. He can just click accept or decline here. But you can also log in and do it this way. So we always say please respond within 24 hours, and please, please, please do that. Take the time, sit down real quick with your calendar. We're usually going to send these out about a month in advance or a month at a time. So, for example, in September, we'll send them out a few days before September begins. And then October, we'll send them a few days before October begins. That's usually how we do it. And it's really important that you respond within that 24 hours so that we can make the adjustments as leaders where we need to. So we can either click accept decline here, or we can go in here. Let's say he's going to accept. Awesome. So now he can see this. He can see that he's scheduled for this, that he's accepted. If he needs to go back and decline, he still can. But the earlier that you do that, the better. Declining last minute is never fun for volunteers because it's just hard to scramble and find a sub. So what he can do now is from that email, he can click view plan here, or he can just click right on Sunday morning right there. And he can see lots of information. He can see if he's in the worship band, he can see the service here. He can see the songs that we're playing and what the order of service is going to look like. He can see times over here. He can see when rehearsal is. So for Test, he's going to have rehearsal on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. right before the Sunday morning. So then he'll have to be there at 7:45 on Sunday for sound check. And then, of course, services at 10:06. If you're serving in children's or something like that, there may be a time over here that says like volunteer report time. So maybe you have to be there 10 minutes early for your job. You'll be able to find that information over here. You can also see who you're serving with, depending on your position. Some people may not be able to see everyone, but you can usually see who you need to see here. And if you're scheduling people, you can also see who is confirmed, who is not confirmed on that side over there. So those are the basics for what Planning Center looks like. You've accepted or declined at this point. You have your schedule. I'm going to show you a couple other important things you can do. So you can go over to, you can click your name up here. There's a little drop down, and go to profile. This is something that is really important to have up to date. Okay, so we're going to go to a couple different things here. We can edit some things about ourselves. So go ahead and click on that little edit button by your name. You can change your email if there's a change with your email. You can put your phone number in there. Planning Center does offer some texting services. So if emailing or the mobile app just are not options for you, you can actually get text messages for free sent to your phone. You just need to have your carrier in there and the phone number. Doesn't cost anything extra unless of course you don't have free texting. If you put your addresses in there, we're not going to sell that or anything. That's just if we would ever need to send a mailing, we have that on file. So that's kind of nice to have. Your name, your gender, your marital status. Marital status and things like that are actually kind of nice because if you have children that go to the church, we can put you into household, and it makes it a lot easier when you're checking in. If you check in children's using the check-ins app. So lots of different information. Make sure all of this is up to date. Another thing you need to make sure is up to date. Your leader will probably have to do this for you, but you want to just make sure that it's correct. You should see over here what teams you're on. So it doesn't look like Test is assigned to any teams, but Test obviously plays keys. So he would be under the band team, and it would say keys over here. So whatever team you're on, it should say that over here. If it doesn't, let your leader know as soon as possible because that's really important for scheduling. Another thing is this preferences area. If you click this, you can go ahead and say how many times per month you would like to serve anywhere. We're talking anywhere at the encounter. So if you don't want to serve more than 3 times a month, which is a lot, then put that in there. If you only want to serve 1, make sure we know that. Tell us that through here. Don't tell us that in an email or something. Makes it a lot easier if you just go in here and fix it. And times per day, you don't really worry about too much unless, of course, you volunteer in something like children's and you volunteer in youth ministry because they both happen on Sunday, one in the morning, one in the evening. So you don't need to mess with that unless it applies to your situation, but you kind of make the call there. So we're going to say that Tess he's cool with playing keys twice a month. That's the only thing he really does. Okay. You can also see over here how many times you've confirmed or declined. That's really helpful. And then communication-wise, you can see what emails you've received, what emails you've sent through Planning Center. If you need to reset your password, you can do that. And then text notifications, you can edit that over here in communications. So you can click that edit button, set that up for yourself. Put a picture in there too. That way we always remember we're dealing with a person and not just a name in a system. All right, the last thing I'm going to show you is blockout dates. If you click add blockout dates, this is super helpful for your leaders, so make sure that you do this. If you know you're going to be out of town, let's say Tess knows he's going on vacation with his family this week in October. So what we're going to do is we're going to click and drag and highlight those dates. Go ahead and make them all day. If it's not all day, you don't have to make it all day. And there's no repetition, but if you need to repeat, you can. And the reason we don't need a lot of personal information, you can keep it simple, but just say something like vacation. And that blockout date is in there. Now, what that tells us is that we can't schedule you during those times. So when we go to make those schedules at the beginning, right before the beginning of the month, makes it a lot easier if you have your blockout dates in there, because then we don't have to scramble later and find a sub. We can just schedule it in advance with someone else. So that's all really important. So you want to make sure all this information is 100% up to date, and make sure you use Planning Center effectively. Now, last thing is you might be asking yourself, what if I don't know what I'm doing? Well, first of all, you can always email me at bgolliger@gmail.com. You can click this question mark, and you can type in pretty much any question here, and there is an answer in their system, or you can contact them through here to get help. But you can always ask me as well. And then the last thing is, that's pretty much it. If you want to see multiple services in order, you can do that. Now, he's only assigned for one order, but you click that matrix button, and it'll put them in nice columns for you. So that's an option too. If you're on the worship team, you have a whole other host of tools at your disposal, which we will cover in another video. But if you have any questions about those, feel free to contact me directly. All right, thank you so much for volunteering at the encounter. We really appreciate it, and we know that God's going to use you in big ways. We'll see you at church.